This Brad Wang is from the Wang family, and he's the legitimate heir.
If our Gu family wants to enter the furniture industry, the best way is through marriage.
I've heard that young Master Wang is a pervert. Just last month alone, he crippled 2 girls.
Stella Gu, don't you forget. Your vegetative mother is in our hands.
It's been over 10 years. You've been using my mother as leverage, threatening and manipulating me. One day, I'll make you pay for this.
Why is there a woman in my room? Who are you? How dare you seduce me? Stella Gu.
Which family are you from, little brother? You really don't know how to please someone. Let me teach you. Ethan Yen, the most ruthless one in the rumors, Mr. Yen of the Yen family. I actually slept with him.
What are you hiding from? Miss Gu, last night when you were seducing me, weren't you quite capable?
Ethan Yen, if there's something wrong with your eyes, go see a doctor. Ethan Yen, open your eyes and look, this is my room.
People say you're wild and unruly, that you'll do anything for business. Now that I've met you, it seems your reputation is well deserved.
If I'm wild and unruly, what kind of righteous person are you?
Who I am is not for you to judge.
Mr. Yen is strong in appearance but weak in reality, not even as good as the young masters at the White Horse Club. This is your nutrition fee. Take it and buy some supplements. Take good care of yourself.
In this Shijiang city, the most notorious woman turns out to be a virgin. What's going on?
Mr. Yang, I've checked. This indeed is Stella Gu's room. There was an issue with the room card yesterday. You entered the wrong room.
Hey, you still remember to come back, huh? I'm talking to you. What is this? Stella Gu, your wedding with the Wang family is imminent, and you still dare to mess around with other men at this time.
I think you're making a big fuss over nothing. You know this. All these years, I, Stella Gu, have never lacked men around me. Besides, my dear sister, you don't really think I will stay chaste for the Wang family, right? Even if I agree, the man beside me might not necessarily agree either.
Stella Gu, don't forget your mom is still lying in the hospital. I'll go back and tell grandma. Let's see if she'll forgive you.
Speak, last night, who was the man you were with, which family is he from?
I can't remember, he seemed quite old.
What about his behavior?
His manners were quite vulgar, his attire was very ordinary.
Oh my god, sister, you have such heavy taste, don't you feel disgusted?
You shameless thing. Do you know how precious your first time is? You just casually gave it to a man you don't even know, you fool.
Mom, the Wang family is the biggest mahogany supplier in the country. Without them, our business can't go on. Now that Stella has lost her innocence, what are we going to do?
I heard that restoration techniques are quite advanced now. How about letting sister get it restored?
Shut up, you short-sighted fool. Do you think the Wang family is that easy to fool?
Mom, if the marriage with the Wang family is cancelled, we'll have to return the betrothal gifts. This deal will fall through. Without this batch of mahogany, our Gu family is going bankrupt.
My birthday banquet is in half a month. I don't care if you have to steal or sell. Before then, you must get me over 100,000 tons of redwood. Otherwise, your comatose mother doesn't need to stay in this world anymore. Go to the storage room, kneel for 3 hours as punishment, and reflect on your actions properly.
The Wang family has called off the engagement. The old lady is really regretting it now. She thinks the punishment for you was too light.
Time is almost up. Do you have anything else?
Sister. I still want to ask you, what does it feel like to be touched by a man older than your father? Do you feel disgusted?
Since you're so curious, why not try it yourself?
Why should I try? I naturally have a great future and a wonderful marriage. Unlike my sister, who is a woman of loose morals.
My sister is right. My greatest skill, Stella Gu, is seducing men. Oh, by the way, when you get married, you better keep an eye on your husband. Otherwise, one day, he might become my lover. That would be quite embarrassing for you.
You are really shameless.
I think that's all you're good at. Always being aggressive. Let me tell you, even if you tell the old lady, she won't care about it. Do you know why? Because I'm more useful than you.
Oh my, you are here at last, Stella.
Let's get down to business. Help me check his recent whereabouts.
Rick Zhang.
I just got some news. Rick Zhang has been under surveillance lately for smuggling. The authorities have been watching him for a long time. If the Gu family collaborates with him, it will definitely end in mutual destruction. They'll lose both money and resources. And no return of hard-earned capital.
But it could make them bleed a bit. However, that's still not enough.
Of course, it's not enough. There's also him.
Richard Young.
Ideally, I can drag my dear uncle into this mess too. Let Grace Young also taste what it's like to be schemed against by her brother.
So, what else do you need me to do?
Go stock up on 2 more batches of goods. 1 batch of red pear wood. 1 batch of redwood.
The battle is quite intense. Who did this?
A cat scratched.
What cat? A cat that Mr. Yen keeps. That's considered lucky.
A stray cat.
Miss Lee, are you jealous? You've been with Mr. Yan for so many years, and never got hurt or anything.
Mr. G, you're joking. I'm just a dancer, merely a shield for Mr. Yen. He never touches me.
With such beauty by his side, Mr. Yan can still remain indifferent. Do you like me?
I heard your mom is sick.
She needs surgery. But I haven't raised enough money yet.
I know a good doctor. You don't need to worry about the surgery costs either.
Really?
I've heard that Mr. Zhang started from scratch. Quite impressive. Now that I've met you today, you truly are extraordinary.
Stella Gu doesn't have a good reputation. This leg, it's good looking.
Don't touch that woman.
Oh, have I sparked your possessiveness?
Miss Gu sure has a sweet mouth. I just wonder if you are as sweet as your words.
Mr. Zhang, do you think I'm flattering you? My greatest strength, just being honest.
I know, this time, Miss Gu approached me. It's about that batch of rosewood. To be honest, quite a few people have asked me for this batch.
Mr. Zhang, our Gu family are not like the crowd outside. This time, our family is full of sincerity.
Then let me see how deep Miss Gu's sincerity runs. Tonight, I can have someone draft the contract.
Okay. The Gu family guarantees Mr. Zhang will be satisfied tonight. I'll go to the restroom first.
That man is called Rick Zhang. He's been involved in smuggling rosewood. As far as I know, the authorities have been watching him for a long time.
Alan Chen. Go and entertain Mr. Zhang properly.
Is Mr. Yan interested in Rick Zhang, or that long-legged girl next to him?
She's that a scratching cat.
Mr. Zhang.
Both Goose sisters are here. You must be really sincere.
Even the Gu family has internal competition.
Competition brings progress. I love competition.
Miss GU, Mr. Yang requests your presence.
Move aside. I don't know any Mr. Yen.
Offended you?
Put me down. I can walk on my own.
Please.
Mr. Yen, calling me over this late, could it be that you can't get enough of me?
Don't you like drinking? Come over and drink to your heart's content.
Mr. Yen, you're joking. I'm allergic to alcohol. I can't drink.
Rick Zhang is smuggling timber. He's been under surveillance for a long time. Today, your sister, Kate Gu, also went. Tell me, if I help her get that batch of goods, what will happen?
Ethan Yen. If you ruin good deeds, you'll be struck by lightning. Actually, I think I can drink a bit more. What does this jerk want? Is he trying to get back at me? I absolutely can't let him side with the Gu family. Otherwise, all my plans will be ruined. Ethan, I think you look especially handsome today. When you smile, it's like the moon in the sky. Ethan Yen. My stomach hurts.
Pain is a good reminder. Listen to me carefully. The thing I hate most is when others touch my stuff. Especially women.
Even if I die, I will haunt you as a ghost.
Then hurry up and reincarnate. After all, humans and ghosts are different. Don't make me unhappy, or I'll make you cry every time I see you. Alan Chen, call the doctor.
Where did you run off to? Do you know, I was standing in front of the nightclub, blowing in the wind all night.
I drank too much yesterday, then my stomach doesn't feel well. Ethan Yen sent me back.
Oh, are you okay?
Let's get to business first. Did you record the video of Kate Gu?
Got it. Kate Gu had to use her looks. Rick Zhang took advantage of her quite a bit. It's just so stupid.
She deserved it.
But speaking of which, Rick Zhang got ambushed yesterday. I heard one of his hands was broken.
But just having this batch of goods go wrong isn't enough. Laura, what's Richard Yang's whereabouts these days?
He wanders around in his private club overseas every day.
I'm planning to meet him in a couple of days.
Are you sure you're okay? That private club belongs to Ethan Yen. Is there no other way? I'm worried about you.
It's been 4 years. It's fine.
Miss Su, you're going to lose again. Are you determined to lose money today?
I can afford to lose this much. But as for Mr. Yang's sister, who has been married into the Gu family for so many years, you've been working hard wagging your tail for so many years. Why do you still look so unpresentable?
Please. Miss Su, you lost again. Whoever plays with Miss Su today is guaranteed to win.
They say if you want to get promoted and make a fortune, you have to lose your wife. From the looks of Mr. Yang's luck today, it seems pretty strong. Shouldn't you go home early to check?
Miss Su, I see you have so many chips left. Dare to play big?
How do you want to play?
The loser takes off one piece. Until we're completely naked.
You sure have guts.
What?
Don't you dare to play? Damn it. Why isn't Stella Gu here yet?
Who said I don't dare? Move aside. I'll play for her.
Mr. Yan, your little wildcat is out again.
I was wondering who it was. Turns out it's my sister's stepdaughter Stella Gu. If you lose, don't blame me for not going easy on you.
Since Mr. Yang can afford to lose, I, Stella Gu, can afford to lose too.
Within 3 rounds, I'll have you losing your pants. I won, niece. Do you need my help taking them off? I won again. Take them off.
This time it looks like things are not in her favor.
Alan Chen.
Young master.
Prepare some gifts for Miss Gu.
Since Mr. Yang is so confident, why not raise the stakes?
How do you want to play?
Raise the bet.
Sure, but you need to add more money.
How much money do we have left?
We still have 30 million.
30 million? If we're going to play, let's make it 100 million.
Mr. Yang, looks like you're not interested in this money.
What I want. You know it.
Mr. Yan. This Richard Yang isn't a good guy either. If you don't act soon, your wildcat will be in trouble.
Time to give a gift.
Miss GU, your chips, 100 million.
Where did this come from?
Who else could it be? That scumbag. How about it, Mr. Yang? 1,300,000,000, all in.
Alright, these are all for you to honor Boss Yang.
Alright.
Let's add one more condition. The loser has to run naked the whole time.
Deal.
Let's start. No way. This is impossible.
Boss Yang, take off your clothes. We're waiting for you to run naked.
No, I don't accept this round. Let's go again.
Fine, we can. One more round. But Boss Yang, take a good look. Do you still have any money left?
I need to borrow money.
Boss Yang wants to borrow money.
Young master, Richard Yang wants to borrow 100 million, but the assets he has for collateral are only worth 20 million.
Lend it to him, if he can't repay in a month. Break one of his legs.
Richard Yang is really a troublemaker. Can his sister, who is Mistress Rose to Power, have money to pay off his debts? The Gu family's daughter is really wild. You're helping her like this. Could it be that you really fancy her?
Do you remember 4 years ago, a woman won tens of millions here? And then she pulled off a great escape.
Yes, I remember. You guys lost tens of millions back then.
4 years ago, that woman also kept repeating this little action.
Are you saying? And you still helped her?
Money is a small matter. That night she saved my life.
Then let's reveal the cards.
Wait,
What, Boss Yang, are you trying to cheat?
you little scumbag. You're bound to lose this round. Impossible, this is impossible.
Suspect someone is cheating. You too, come with me. Daring to play tricks in Mr. Yang's place. Boss Yang, you really have guts. It's a misunderstanding. Misunderstanding.
You know what to do.
Mr. Yen,
Is your stomach still hurting?
It hurts.
I happen to know a forensic friend. Want me to get an assessment for you?
No, no. As the saying goes, time is money. Mr. Yan's friends must all be influential big shots. Better not waste time on a small fry like me.
Indeed, with someone like you, it really is a waste of time.
What's wrong with someone like me? I'm just a bit more beautiful, a bit more selfish, a bit more heartless, and a bit more scummy. I think I'm pretty good.
It's okay to be blind at a young age, but I didn't expect you to be brain dead too.
If Mr. Yen thinks my brain is broken, no problem. Look at this.
What?
You're narrow-minded.
I heard, Laura Sue recently acquired 2 batches of wood. 1 batch of red rosewood, a batch of red sandalwood. Why do I feel like someone is setting a trap to sell it to Richard Young?
Damn it. I just won a few rounds against Richard Young here, and he actually saw through my scheme. This damn man is really terrifying. Mr. Yen, sit. Mr. Yen, are you tired?
Aren't you afraid I'll kill you?
Afraid, I'm terrified. Just thinking about being separated from you forever, and never seeing you again, I just feel like my liver and intestines are broken and I can't bear the pain.
Do you like me that much?
Yes, I like you a lot, so much that I want to keep you for myself, so much that I want you to belong to only me. So much that if someone else looks at you, I get insanely jealous. Someone as wonderful as you, Mr. Yin. Who wouldn't like it?
But I'm narrow-minded.
Who says that? Mr. Yin is obviously upright and honest, a gentleman with integrity, with the grace to tolerate others, and the virtue of compassion. Those who say Mr. Yin is narrow-minded, I think, are really quite ungrateful. I was wrong, okay? Next time, no matter what happens, I'll put you first. Is that alright? I don't care. Anyway, you're not allowed to help Rick Zheng and Richard Yang. I was really wrong.
If you behave, it might not be impossible.
Don't worry, Mr. Yin. You know, my biggest strength is that I always follow orders. From now on, I promise, I'll be at Mr. Yan's beck and call. If Mr. Yin tells me to go east, I won't go west.
Mr. Yang, the thing you wanted has arrived.
4 years ago, a woman won tens of millions from me. Take a look. 4 years ago, a woman won tens of millions from me. Take a look.
If Mr. Yin has nothing else, I'll be leaving now.
No rush, take your time.
What is this?
4 years ago, at my place. This woman won all night.
She played quite well, but what does it have to do with me? Why are you looking so seriously?
See how you deceive.
Ethan Yen, what are you doing?
How dare you cheat here? You've got some nerve.
I don't understand what you're talking about.
You'd better behave yourself. The rule here is, if you cheat, you leave a hand behind. Which one should we chop off? Have you made up your mind?
I am your woman. It wouldn't look good to lose a hand, right? Besides, if I leave, Mr. Yen would lose face, wouldn't he?
There are plenty of women in this world.
But I'm different from those women. I'm obedient, sensible, not clingy. And I fell in love with you at first sight.
Really?
Ethan Yen, don't you forget. 4 years ago, if it weren't for me saving you, this club would never have fallen into your hands. Don't be ungrateful and heartless.
Seems like you know quite a lot. Do you need me to give you a ride?
No need. Sir, are you okay?
You almost lost your life at James' place. The matter at the club, I don't think he can handle it anymore. Now, I think it's time to return it to you.
Stella, Ethan Yen didn't give you a hard time? What is he thinking?
I guess I did a good job coaxing him.
I just hope he doesn't ruin our plan.
He's too smart. It feels like every step we take can't escape his notice.
Yeah, it's a pity. Even the old man couldn't outsmart him.
If you really go up against him, your father will definitely betray his family with righteousness.
Sigh. By the way, Stella, Rick Zheng hasn't signed the contract with Kate Gu yet.
No contract signed, right? I'll go help them out tomorrow.
Okay, then I'll be off now.
Go ahead. The supplements Mr. Zhang brought for you.
Miss Stella Gu, you're here. Hey.
Oh, please have a seat. Mr. Zhang. What happened to you? Who would be so heartless to do such a thing?
It was just that night. I was standing up for someone, didn't expect to get retaliated against.
Can you still move your hand now?
I can't move it at all now. As the saying goes, it takes 100 days to heal from a serious injury. Even if I don't fully recover. It might take at least 2 days.
It's just signing a contract. signing a name should be doable, right?
But right now, I definitely can't sign. However, if Miss Gu could take good care of me for a while, 4900:01:33 240 00:01:34 160 Mr. Zhang.
Are you messing with me? You know very well that I need this batch of goods urgently, and you're playing these games with me.
Miss Gu is a sensible person. As for me, I would never make a losing deal.
Well then, I guess there's no need to waste your time. Oh dear, looking at your injury, it won't heal for at least a year or so, and even if it does, your enemies will catch up to you again. You'll end up bedridden for another few months. I can't afford to wait. Oh, by the way, you just said you stepped in to help someone in trouble, right? Humph, where did you come up with that excuse? Do you think I'm a kid? Trying to fool me with such a reason. I can't believe I used to think you were a big shot. Turns out, you're just mediocre. Here, I'll give you a piece of advice from me, Stella Gu. I suggest you, as a person, should do more good deeds, and fewer unethical things. Otherwise, it will come back to bite you.
Hello, is this Miss Kate Gu? This is Rick Zhang. Regarding the mahogany contract, I'm willing to give it to you. Isn't it just 5 points? Sure, I'll issue it to you right away.
How was it?
It's settled. Tomorrow night's banquet, I want to thoroughly humiliate that woman Stella Gu.
Good news, Stella, the contract between Rick Zhang and Kate Gu is signed.
100,000 tons of rosewood, 12 billion. I don't know if Grandma still has the intention to hold a birthday banquet, after knowing that these 12 billion yuan have been wasted.
Miss Stella Gu. Congratulations. I need to get busy now.
The birthday banquet is about to start soon. That batch of rosewood is still nowhere to be found. Do you still have the intention to embarrass yourself?
I don't have the right to sign a contract. Naturally, it can't be rushed.
It's quite a coincidence. I actually signed a batch of rosewood. Moreover, it was personally signed by Rick Zhang.
How is that possible? Didn't Rick Zhang break his hand?
He did, but after a few days of rest, signing his name shouldn't be a problem. If you're willing to kneel and beg me, I can let you have this batch of rosewood. I can still say a few good words for you in front of Grandma.
You don't really think, just with this batch of goods, you can make me kneel before you, do you?
Stella Gu, don't you forget, your mother is still lying in the hospital. Do you think you can't secure this batch of rosewood? Will the old lady still support the two of you? Grandma.
Kate.
Sister, your dress is so pretty. I like this one. It's mine, mine, mine.
What are you doing?
Grandma, she hit me.
How do you discipline your child? The young one is ignorant. Is the older one ignorant too?
Mom, I
punish you by not eating today.
Looks like Miss Gu's status in the Gu family is indeed not very high.
I can't believe the Gu family has such great influence to invite Mr. Yin over.
I'm here to watch the show.
Just to watch the show?
And thinking about how to make you cry.
This pervert has such a twisted sense of humor. It's too sad that you said that.
So fake.
Ethan Yen, if you dare ruin my plans, I won't let you off easily.
So how do you want to play this?
I said I won't let you off easily.
Oh. So how do you not want to let me off?
Oh dear, I accidentally dirted Mr. Yan's clothes. Such an important occasion, I advise you to go back and change.
Let's go together.
What are you doing, you pervert? There's a birthday banquet downstairs. I'll have to go down in a bit. Let go of me. You ugly jerk. You pervert. Let go of me. Ethan Yen, don't blame me. I will never allow any chance to ruin my plan. No clothes. Stay in the room.
Stella, not good. Something's wrong.
Stay calm and don't panic. What's going on?
It seems someone is willing to spend a lot of money to bail out Rick Zhang. There might be a change with that batch of timber.
Do you know who did it?
Alan Chen. Go prepare a new set of clothes.
Yes, sir. By the way, Mr. Yang, Rick Zhang found someone, and he managed to get that batch of rosewood. If this continues, Miss Gu's hopes might be dashed.
You know what to do.
I don't know. Oh, I understand now.
Hello.
Can it get any worse?
Rick Zhang's goods have been seized, and he's done for.
What did you say?
Stella, our plan doesn't need to change.
That's great. Quickly contact Rick Zhang's wife.
Okay.
Just now, I saw my sister and the man pulling and tugging as they left the house. Haven't come back for a while. I thought you were indulging in debauchery again. Sister, who was that man?
Just a club boy.
A club boy?
The service is pretty good. It's just a bit pricey.
You're so promiscuous. Absolutely shameless.
Why would I need shame? Waiting to be slapped like you?
The job is done.
10 minutes ago, Rick Zhang has been caught, and the timber has been seized.
This little one should be happy now, right? Let's go. Time to watch the show.
Mom, this is to celebrate your birthday. Kate has put a lot of thought into it.
Grandma, I know. Our family is planning to enter the high-end furniture market, and right now, redwood resources are scarce. So, I specially went to find a batch of redwood materials to celebrate your birthday.
Good. Very good. Kate has really solved the urgent needs of our Gu family. She managed to secure 100,000 tons of redwood materials. This gift is truly significant.
From childhood to adulthood, our Kate is not as outstanding as Stella. I believe Stella will definitely prepare a bigger gift.
I know Grandma lacks nothing. So, I specially went to Shishan Temple to get a peace amulet, wishing Grandma happiness as vast as the East Sea and longevity as enduring as the South Mountain.
You've been thoughtful.
Stella, look at your sister, then look at yourself. All you do is some useless superficial stuff.
My mother was seriously ill. I had no one to raise me since childhood. Naturally, I am not as sensible as my sister.
Hey, what are you talking about? Are you trying to piss us off on purpose? If you had even a third of your sister's abilities, why should our Gu family be so embarrassed? For no reason at all, you've tarnished our family's name.
Rick Zhang got arrested. A whole batch of goods got seized along with him. Did you get the news too?
Yeah, what are you guys talking about? It sounds like it's related to the Zhang family.
Mom, it's confirmed. The batch of goods that Rick Zhang was detained for. It indeed includes our 100,000 tons of redwood.
Is there any chance that once this blows over, they'll release the goods?
It's considered smuggling. It will be confiscated, Mom.
Yeah.
Mom, don't worry. We have a contract. If Rick Zhang didn't ship the goods out, we can ask him for compensation and a refund.
That's impossible. I just signed the goods with him yesterday.
Miss Gu is still too young after all, only knowing that there's such a thing as a free lunch, but never considering the risks involved.
Kate Gu. Who is Kate Gu? Come out here. If you don't come out today, I'll tear this place apart. Who is this? I am Rick Zhang's wife. You must be Kate Gu.
Yes, I am.
Why are you hitting people?
Oh,
You.
Gu's two sisters go to battle together. Truly full of integrity.
Even the Gu family has internal competition.
Competition brings progress.
you little slut, seducing my husband.
Kate.
I'll beat you to death.
Ouch. Kate.
I won't let you off.
Enough. Stop it.
Are you okay?
I've long heard that the Gu family's reputation isn't good. My husband, that shorty, you even kissed him. You want to flatter him. Originally, it was none of my business. But you jinx, now you've cut off our family's income. I'm not done with you.
This Mrs. Zhang is too fierce. I'll stay away from her in the future.
But as for me, I actually want to be friends with her.
I think you want to use her as a tool.
Laura, how can you say that about me? We've been good friends for over 20 years.
Since Mrs. Zhang is here today, it's perfect. The old lady wants to discuss the compensation for the contract with you. You should talk to my husband, Rick Zhang. Why are you looking for me? Since you and Rick Zhang are married, the compensation should be borne by both of you together. Sorry to disappoint you. I divorced him a long time ago. What did you say? I said I divorced Rick Zhang 6 months ago. His total assets may only add up to a few million now. Old lady, I advise you to seek compensation as soon as possible. Otherwise, by tomorrow, the debt collectors might be lined up overseas. Such a sin. Such a sin. If you want to bring misfortune upon yourselves, it's not anyone else's business. It's all your own initiative. You're someone who can't accomplish anything, but always mess things up. You and your daughter signed such a big deal behind my back. Nowadays, you've made the Gu family lose over 10 billion. Old lady, I think you should cancel your birthday party today. Your Gu family should take care of yourselves. Bodyguards, let's go. Where did you find this connection? You haven't even figured out Rick Zhang's background and assets yet. You dared to sign such a big contract.
Stella Gu, Grandma, she set me up.
I did contact Rick Zhang, but this guy talks recklessly. He's very unreliable. So I never planned to work with him.
You're lying. You clearly led me there. This was all your scheme.
The credit naturally goes to my sister. This time, after causing such a big mess. It's normal for my sister to find someone to take the blame. It's very normal.
Kate is different from you. She has a simple mind. Unlike you, who is so scheming. You think by doing this, I would despise her. Let me tell you the truth. No matter how bad she is, she's still 100 times better than you.
I am 24 years old this year, not 8 or 14 years old. Whether you like Kate Gu, has nothing to do with me. You saying these things now, what's the point of it?
She is your sister.
I remember my mom only gave birth to me, right?
You.
It's really unlucky. Let's go, change your clothes. Laura, you go back first.
Are you okay by yourself?
I'm fine.
Then I'll go first.
Where is Ethan Yen?
Mr. Yang is waiting for you.
Get in the car.
Where are you taking me?
My house.
Shameless.
You lost so many of my things. And how dare you make a picture? Shouldn't you compensate me?
Was Rick Zhang your doing?
You should think carefully about how to compensate me. If you can't decide, I'll make you cry.
Ethan Yen, will you fall in love with me?
No. Drive.
That's good. How about we do it another day? My stomach feels a bit off today.
Even if you die here today, it won't matter.
Ethan Yen, you're bullying a woman. Are you even a man?
Aren't you the one who knows best whether I'm a man or not? Goblins.
Then what are you?
The demon catcher.
You're so full of yourself.
Go, take a shower.
We've already slept together, no need to be pretentious. Sleeping together once is one thing, sleeping together again is another.
If you're not out in 3 minutes, face the consequences.
Ethan Yen.
Sleep.
It's only 8:30. I can't sleep. I want to turn over but I'm afraid of touching this living hell king. Mr. Yen. Want to chat?
Shut up. After sleeping with this woman last time, it did alleviate years of insomnia and headaches. Today, I want to try again, to see if she has any effect.
It's not completely dark yet. But this time in another hour, I still won't be able to sleep.
Move again and I'll throw you out.
Not moving at all makes you a turtle. If you don't move, you're a turtle.
Say that again.
Then I won't move. I promise to be good. Did he tie me back and use me as a divine beast mansion? Is this man not capable? With a warm, soft beauty by his side, he's playing dead here. Is my charm fading? It doesn't seem like it. It must be that dogman's weak body.
Kate is different from you. She's not as scheming as you. Even if she's worse, she's 100 times better than you.
She, Kate Gu, is John Gu's daughter. And I, Stella Gu, am not. Don't look at me, I'm just a sheep, I'm heading north, 3 days and 3 nights. Midnight and beyond. Stars.
Stella Gu.
Breathing at a close distance, Ethan Yen, I'm especially happy today. Because, I made the Gu family lose billions.
Get up, go back to sleep.
I don't want to. Do you live by the sea? You're too lenient.
Shut up.
Or are you unhappy with me being an absolute cutie? Ethan Yen.
You, don't throw up, hold it in. I told you to hold it in, go take a shower.
I love taking a bath, my skin feels so good. Jumping up and down, bouncing around.
Within 3 minutes, you come out.
Ethan Yen, within 3 minutes, get in here.
You really don't make it easy. If you keep messing around, I won't let you off.
I'm super well behaved. Let me tell you a secret. I am a flower. Are you willing to destroy this flower?
Sleep.
I sent you so many messages and you didn't reply. Do you know how worried I was about you, Ethan Yen?
Young people, don't be so impatient. Who am I? What could possibly happen to me?
Where are you? You're not at Ethan Yen's house, are you? Did Ethan Yen yesterday?
He didn't do anything to me. I did it to him.
You actually.
Alright, I'll tell you later. You're awake.
I heard you took care of me.
No, I didn't. You heard wrong. What do you want to do?
I want to see how you took care of me.
I know I was wrong. I'm already yours. If you get mad, I'll be unhappy. Unhappiness is the worst aging catalyst. I'm just a kid. If I'm unhappy, I'll die. So, are you going to be mad at me again? Let me tell you,
Mr. Yen.
Is she familiar with you? One of the women you played.
You seem to have quite the experience.
To be honest, I'm not actually a heartbreaker. It's just that I care about everyone. I want to give every man a home.
I think you have a sweet mouth but a ruthless heart.
What's wrong with being ruthless? A woman has to be ruthless to secure her position. Besides, it's not like I didn't give them a chance. It's just that they can't keep me.
I don't believe breaking your leg won't keep you.
When you say it like that, are you worthy of our children?
Could it be that Stella Gu is already pregnant with Mr. Yan's child? This cunning woman. Mr. Yen, I came here today, specifically to thank you. My mom's surgery was very successful. Thank you, for getting such a good doctor for my mom.
No need to be so polite.
I came here today just to thank you. I haven't had the chance before, that's why I'm bothering you today.
Mr. Yen, do you need an extra chair?
I've heard about Miss Gu for a long time. Seeing you today. You are indeed stunningly beautiful.
Excuse me, who are you? Waiter. 1 cream of mushroom soup, 1 sirloin steak, and 1 Boston lobster.
Miss Gu, Mr. Yen doesn't like lobster and steak.
Miss Lee, today, Ethan Yen is treating me to dinner. Of course, I'll order whatever I want to eat. When he invites you alone, Miss Lee can order then.
You're pregnant. Naturally, you should eat whatever you want.
That bastard Ethan Yen actually used me as a pawn. When Lucy Lee hears this, she's going to hate me to death.
Miss Gu is pregnant. And I didn't even notice.
I just got pregnant, early pregnancy.
Pregnant women can be moody. Miss Lee, please be understanding.
This guy is really getting into his role. He's acting like a drama queen.
Miss Gu, I was nosy just now. But, pregnant women should try to control their emotions. It's better for the baby.
Miss Lee, you seem very experienced. What? Are you a mother of several kids?
Miss Gu, I'm still single.
The way you talk, I thought you were speaking from experience. Since Miss Lee knows Mr. Yen so well, what else doesn't he like to eat?
Mr. Yen doesn't like cream-baked salmon. Garlic cheese buns.
Give me a portion of the dishes she just mentioned.
This woman is crazy.
Sorry about that. I'm the type of person who likes to annoy others.
Do as she says.
Miss Gu, even though you're pregnant, you should still consider other people's feelings.
Miss Lee, you're not feeling well, right? Well, since you're not feeling well, I feel great. After all, I just said, I'm the type of person who loves to annoy others.
You, Stella Gu, don't go too far.
Am I being too capricious?
Not at all, as long as you're happy.
This dog of a man sometimes can be quite adorable.
Miss Gu, please forgive me.
Mr. Yen, Miss Lee looks very aggrieved. It makes it seem like I bullied her.
If you feel wronged, you can leave.
Lucy doesn't feel wronged. Mr. Yen, I'm here today just to ask, will you be going again soon?
So noisy. Miss Lee has been chattering non-stop since she came in. May I ask Miss Lee's mouth, was it sealed before? I'm going to the restroom.
Mr. Yen, did I do something wrong that made you angry?
Don't have any unnecessary thoughts. I thought I made myself very clear. Where are you going?
I got lost. I'm glad you came to pick me up.
Using me, you're quite good at it, huh?
Mr. Yin, is this a case of only state officials are allowed to set fire, and civilians are not allowed to light lamps? Clearly, you used me first. You didn't see Lucy Lee's look just now. She almost poked holes in me with her eyes. It hurts. The bite from this morning still hasn't healed.
So delicate.
Ethan Yen, do you like me?
Just collecting some interest. What are you looking at?
Looking at where you get such nerve. Since Mr. Yen is like this, does that mean I should collect some interest from you too?
Thinking about kissing me back.
Be a decent person.
Stella Gu, Ethan Yen is mine. I won't let you succeed.
Just tell me, did Ethan Yen do anything to you? Did he do anything perverted to you last night?
How many times do I have to tell you? No, he didn't.
I don't believe you. You two were alone, and you were at his place. He's also a pervert. No way. We have to do something to him.
Please, calm down, will you?
I'm just worried about you. Stella. You don't really have feelings for that Ethan Yen, do you?
Stop. Can we talk about something serious now?
What serious matter?
Richard Young.
That scumbag. Ever since he lost money in the last gamble, he's been hiding. Up till now, I still haven't found his whereabouts.
Hiding? I need to think of a way to find him.
About Rick Zhang's matter.
Thanks, it was nothing. But, you really put a lot of effort into that little wildcat of yours. I've never seen it before. You treat other women like this.
How much do you charge per night? How much did Stella Gu pay you? I'll pay double. Is 200,000 enough? Just spend one night with me. Name your price.
Throw her out.
Do you know who I am?
You're just a club boy. How dare you treat me like this?
Let go of me.
Your little wildcat is really interesting.
Truly wild.
Richard Yang found you.
Ethan Yen. It's only been a short while, and you're already sending someone to mess with me again. What? Missed me?
Aren't you pregnant? How could I dare to neglect you? Feeling better?
Better, much better.
If you're feeling better, then spill it.
Spill what?
Richard Yang. Are you planning to send him to the Gu family again? Stretch his muscles and bones?
Yes, I sold a batch of rosewood to Richard Young. It's just a pity, that bitch is hiding now. I remember Richard Young also owes Mr. Yen quite a bit of money, right? Mr. Yen must be looking for him too.
As expected, the women of the Gu family have no image outside. I can help you deal with Stella Gu. We have a common enemy.
Mr. Yen.
Mr. Yang is a sensible person. You should know why I asked you to come over.
Mr. Yen, even if I have to sell everything I own, I will definitely pay back the money I owe you.
I'll give you another 3 days.
Thank you, Mr. Yen.
Our Mr. Yen is so good looking. You're not some kind of monster. Why is Richard Young so scared? It's simply unscientific.
Since you're satisfied. Isn't it time to settle the accounts?
What accounts do we have to settle?
What did you say to Kate Gu?
Actually, I have something to do. I'll go find Mr. Young. Every time you try to settle scores with me, my chest starts to hurt. When my chest hurts, I get upset. When I'm upset, I cause trouble. When I cause trouble, even I get scared.
You're such a troublemaker, just strangle you to death.
Actually, I have a secret.
You are just a weed.
Actually, I have a split personality. Today, the other personality came out.
Continue.
The two of them fight inside my body every day. Today, the one causing trouble won. Forget it, I can't make this up anymore. Do whatever you want.
I'll deal with you after I'm done.
Do you know who is helping them?
I can't believe I didn't even recognize Ethan Yen, the fourth young master of the Yen family from Shijiang. I must be blind. Stella Gu, I'll make you pay.
I remember, she has a marriage arrangement with a big family. Others don't dare to mess with the Yen family, but their family does.
Are you talking about Brad Wang? Why are you helping me?
I'm helping myself. Stella Gu. Mr. Yen is mine, and I absolutely won't allow you to take him away.
Sis, can you lend me some more money?
Just a few days ago, didn't I give you 2 million? It's not that I don't want to help you. Kate just had an incident recently. I don't have any money on hand now.
Sis. No money, no money. All these years as Mrs. Gu, how much have you pocketed? Don't you think I know?
Boss Hu, I was wrong. Please give me a few more days. I will definitely get you the money. Otherwise, I'll give you a mortgage on that batch of top quality rosewood. Okay. What do I need that lousy wood for? I'll take the wood to report to Mr. Yang. And he'll take my head. That's not how you should say it. That's top quality red rosewood. It's worth at least billions. I'll give you another half month. If you don't come up with the money, I'll take this hand of yours. Beat him. Let's go.
Brother. Bro, what kind of wood were you talking about just now?
Red rosewood.
This red rosewood, does it count as hardwood?
Though red rosewood isn't cheap, but red rosewood is not within the international standard redwood range. To be precise, it's red sandalwood. It's not redwood.
The price difference for this wood is huge. If I sell this batch as redwood to the Gu family, the remaining money will definitely cover most of Mr. Yan's debt.
Brother Alan's acting skills are really impressive.
You actually like to randomly identify relatives.
What? Are you unhappy now?
Ungrateful little thing.
To show my gratitude to Mr. Yen, I've decided to buy you a milk tea. I often go to that milk tea shop. I've been going there since high school. It's especially delicious.
I won't drink.
You have to drink even if you don't want to. Oh. I drink at this place every day. You really won't drink?
Go ahead. We're full and satisfied. Time to settle the bill, right?
Can we not settle it? That way we can still be friends.
Who wants to be friends with you?
Then, how do you plan to settle it?
JK, OL, which one can you wear?
This jerk really doesn't act like a human. Brother-in-law, let go of me. What you're doing is wrong. It's against ethics and morals. My sister loves you so much. She will definitely be very sad if she finds out.
Shut up.
I won't. Brother-in-law, I beg you, let go of me.
So he's brother-in-law. How about calling the police?
Yes, yes, yes. Call the police quickly. Save this innocent and kind cutie from danger.
Stella Gu, you're dead. Brother-in-law.
That.
Club boy.
I.
Don't think that just because it's a special time, I can't deal with you.
I really know I was wrong.
What did you do wrong?
I shouldn't have told Kate Gu that you're a gigolo, and I shouldn't have called you brother-in-law, and I shouldn't have been ungrateful, and set you up in public.
Write a self-reflection, and give it to me within 3 days.
Write a self-reflection.
Yes. The weather is getting cold. Go pick out a couple of women's outfits, deliver it to Stella Gu.
Yes.
Turn around, go to the milk tea shop.
Mr. Yang. Milk tea. Mr. Yang has always hated sweets. Now I don't know what's gotten into him. He actually wants to drink milk tea.
Do you like me that much?
Yes, I like you a lot.
I want to see. How did you handle me?
Let me tell you, Ethan Yen, do you like me?
Just save some energy.
Will you fall in love with me?
No.
Haven't I told you already? Don't come looking for me for no reason. Because of Kate's situation, the old lady gives me a hard time every day.
That's exactly why I'm here. Sis, I have a batch of goods on hand. It just happens to fill the gap in the Gu family. If you're in a hurry, I can take you to the warehouse tonight, to inspect the goods.
Is it reliable?
It's reliable. Besides, you can bring an experienced master, to inspect the goods on site. This person offers a very low price. If you're late, I'm afraid someone else might snatch it up first.
Alright, I'll go take a look tonight. If it works out, you'll definitely be rewarded.
Stella, there's news. Richard Young went to find Grace Young. They've taken the bait.
That's great.
I was worried about this. Can Richard Young deceive her?
He really went all out this time. He bought a lot of rosewood just to deceive Grace Young. Putting on a show should be enough.
But I still don't get it. How is Richard Young going to deceive his sister? After all, Grace Young brought an appraiser with her. But the appraiser can be bribed too.
If Grace Young finds out
that she was set up by her own brother, she might just want to die.
As long as this batch of goods is fine, it can at least make up for the loss caused by Kate. The old lady's attitude will also soften a bit.
Boss, it's confirmed. It's a good batch of goods. Occasionally there are some minor flaws, but they are within the normal acceptable range.
Thank you for your hard work, Mr. Wang.
You're welcome.
Luckily, I bribed Mr. Wang in advance.
What about the seller? You need to arrange for him to come over and sign the contract.
Sis, keep your voice down. The seller these days, he's buried in gambling debt. He doesn't even dare to show his face. If it weren't for a familiar face, he wouldn't even sell it.
Miss Stella Gu, what brings you to me?
Mr. Wang, you are really hard to get a hold of. You were tricked by my sister, and you still have the mood to travel abroad.
Just a worn-out shoe. A woman like that, with a flick of my finger, who comes to the door can queue up from Shijiang to the sea. If it weren't for the old man at home arranging it, do you really think I would fancy your Gu family, such a small household?
But an unfaithful fiancé, losing virginity before marriage. In the end, it's your Wang family that people laugh at.
What do you mean by that? In Shijiang, who dares to laugh at our Wang family? I'll skin them alive.
Ordinary people wouldn't have the guts. Do you know who Stella Gu's first man was?
Who is it?
It's your family's archenemy. The fourth son of the Yen family, Ethan Yen.
Are you using me as a pawn?
You're so smart, Mr. Wang. How would I dare to make fun of you? I just feel it's unfair for you. Mr. Wang, Mr. Wang. Hello, is this Lucy Lee? The big shark, I've already released it. Get ready to see blood.
5 billion, that's what I can offer, the most I can give.
Besides us, no one else can handle this much of your goods. If you don't cash out soon, you'll have no way out.
Deal. Draft the contract and transfer the money now.
Sis. The company's legal department has already reviewed it. There are no issues. Do you want to take another look?
No problem. I'll sign it. Okay, I'll notify the finance department to make the payment right away. Happy cooperation.
James. As we discussed before, I'll leave 1 billion for you. The rest is mine.
Boss Yang. You didn't put in a single cent, yet you dare to ask for an exorbitant amount to make 4 billion. Are you really not afraid that your sister knows?
What do you mean?
The goods are mine. I signed the contract. What does this have to do with your boss, Yang?
You don't want to give it anymore?
This kind of, after deducting the cost, I'll split it in half with you, 2 billion. Take it or leave it. If you don't want it, don't blame me for being heartless.
Transfer the money to me now. No tricks.
Miss Sue, the money has arrived.
The money is in our pocket. Why should we share it with Richard Young?
Firstly, to prevent desperate measures. After all, when people are cornered, they can do anything. Secondly, to distract Richard Young. 3400:00:58:840:00:01:00 this way, Richard Young and Grace Young will turn against each other. Grace Young will lose, a strong ally.
It won't take long. Grace Young will realizes most of the wood is just red pear wood posing as something else. Richard Young will definitely run away overnight.
Stella. Previously, you said you could get a batch of rosewood. It's just that the price is 2% higher than the market price. Arrange to meet her tomorrow. We'll discuss it. They were interested before
in selling to the Goof family, but I kept delaying. This might.
Anyway, make sure to arrange a meeting with her tomorrow.
Yes, you haven't seen your mother for some days.
Spend some good time with her.
Mom. Please endure a little longer. I will soon be able to rescue you.
Mom.
Stella, your birthday is coming up soon. What gift do you want?
I want a doll.
Is it this one?
Yes. How did you know that I wanted this doll?
Your mommy's good baby, of course. Mommy knows what gift you want. Is it pretty?
It's pretty.
Hello. Who?
Mr. Yen, last time, it was my ignorance. I offended Miss Gu. From now on, I will make sure to know my place. As long as I can stay by your side, I will be content. I know, Miss Gu, she is incredibly smart. Not just men, even as a woman, I would do anything for her. But Miss Gu, after all, she is people who are engaged.
What are you trying to say?
Mr. Yen, don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to fight for anything. I'm just worried about you. Everyone in Shijiang knows Brad Wang is a lunatic.
Have you met Brad Wang?
No, I've never met Brad Wang.
Ethan Yen, you bastard. Where the hell did you take Stella?
She's got hands and feet. Why are you asking me?
Hasn't she been with you these past few days? I've been calling for hours. No one is answering. She hasn't come home either. She wasn't like this before.
Keep looking for her. Miss Gu, she has so many friends.
Jerk.
Minji.
What's wrong, Mr. Yang?
Go right now. Help me find out where Brad Wang is.
Brad Wang, what do you want to do?
Does this bed look familiar? I think, in the entire Shijiang, only this bed is worthy of you. Think carefully about what you and Ethan Yan did here that day.
Mr. Wang, are you feeling unsatisfied? I remember you dislike second-hand goods the most.
Do you know, in this world, the person I hate the most is Ethan Yan? And you actually got involved with him. Let me pick up his trash. Watch me kill you today. Ouch. Keep an eye on her.
What? Haven't found it yet. Send more people. Even if you have to search the entire Shijiang city, find the person for me. Lucy Lee. You better have a good reason.
Mr. Yen, I just saw Brad Wang's car. Mr. Yen will find it sooner or later. How about let me take some credit first?
Let go of me.
I have no interest in second-hand goods like you. I'll leave you to them.
Really, thanks, bro.
Take a picture with your phone. Boo! You!
Mr. Wang.
Hit him for me.
Oh.
Let you bullied me. Finally, you're here. Came in a Mazda, huh?
Is it too late for a wedding drink?
Oh my. Little Brad, he's here to crash the wedding. You better brace yourself.
You wicked woman.
What should we do? Not only is he crashing the wedding, he also wants to break my legs. So scared. You adulterer. My husband is right here. What? You still want me?
What would I be afraid of? Come with me.
You two scumbags still want to leave? Guards! Don't think I came unprepared. Today's setup is specially for you.
Move aside, move aside. Are the two young masters of Shijiang City going to duel in such a small room?
What's this?
Mr. G is also here to join the wedding celebration.
What a pity, it's already over.
Without me, could you and Mr. Yan really enjoy the wedding? Mr. Wang, could you do me a favor? Today, no one was at a disadvantage. So why not just let them go?
Ji Minji. The matters between our families have nothing to do with you. I advise you not to get involved in this mess.
In terms of financial power, I can't compare with the two families of Yan Wang, but as for me, I have an advantage. My family background is strong. I'm friends with everyone. I just finished drinking with your father. Do you want me to call him up and say something?
Just a woman. Ethan Yen, you can protect her for a while. But not for a lifetime. Let's go.
We, the wild couple, don't need ex-husband to worry about us. Are you satisfied now?
Little Ethan, you were really amazing just now. So handsome, so dignified, so extraordinary. The finest among scum. The beast among beasts.
Stella, your skill in lying is quite impressive. Why don't you say something about me, and let me try it out?
Ethan, please don't push me.
That's about enough.
Miss Gu, how did you offend Mr. Wang? How did it cause such a big commotion?
Don't ask what you shouldn't ask. Miss Lee, don't you know the more you ask, the faster you die?
Thanks to Miss Lee, in the vast sea of people, she could so precisely find Brad Wang's location.
Oh, it was nothing. I just happened to see him. We were so lucky. Miss Gu, it's good that you're okay. You don't know, Mr. Yen was so worried about you just now.
Ethan, today, in my heart, you're 10 feet tall.
Keep being cheeky, and I'll deal with you, right now.
So, do you want to take me home?
So, all day long, I've either been your pawn, or your workhorse, right?
Don't worry, I'm someone who always repays a favor. I will definitely repay you.
Since we're talking about repayment, why not now?
I'm done repaying.
That hug of yours is really valuable.
So will you take me home or not? What are you looking at? Want to hug again?
Mr. Yen.
Oh. The money in here is enough for you and your mom to live the rest of your lives.
Mr. Yen.
Let go.
I just want to take a few more minutes of your time. I have something to tell you.
Wait for me in the car first. 1 minute.
Did I do something wrong?
30 seconds.
Everything I did was all for you. I don't need anything else. As long as you let me stay by your side.
10 seconds.
I've been by your side for so long. Don't you like me at all?
Who do you think you are? Do you think you're worthy of my liking?
Ethan.
Do you think you deserve to call me Ethan?
Ethan.
He even hugged she.
From now on, if this woman appears in front of me again, Alan Chen, you will be fired.
Yes.
What? She was kind enough to help you, and you just played her.
For her, this is the best ending.
The woman who framed you, and you still give her money. Mr. Yan, you're really generous.
I want to get off.
What's wrong?
I have something to do.
What's going on? Jealous?
Dad, look, this is hilarious. Why are you back so late? The kitchen prepared some supper for you. Would you like to have some?
Stella, Aunt Grace is talking to you.
Stop yelling. She might be in a bad mood. She didn't ignore me on purpose.
Don't make excuses for her. Okay, look at her now. What does she look like?
Just say less. This father and daughter have no overnight grudges.
Stop right there. Shameless guy. How much shame have you brought to our family?
You want me to benefit the Gu family, but then blame me for affecting the family's reputation. You want me to be useful, but then blame me for being unrestrained. I think your behavior is really hypocritical. You want to appear virtuous, but act otherwise.
Don't you think? Are you going to rebel?
Grandma asked me to meet with the mahogany merchant tomorrow. Dad, with that slap you just gave me, I won't be able to handle this task tomorrow.
How dare she talk to me like that? Who gave her the courage?
Dad, it's all my fault. If I hadn't messed up that batch of rosewood, sister wouldn't be so mad at you.
All right, stop talking. Your sister is a capable person. You should learn from her. That's the right way.
Learn what? Learn how she seduces men. Learn how she behaves promiscuously and degrades herself.
Don't be angry. Don't be mad. Let me tell you, during this period, I haven't been running around for nothing. Tonight, I'm going to sign a deal for some rosewood. Just right, it will fill the gap at home.
Why didn't you say so earlier? Otherwise, I would have taught that ungrateful kid a lesson just now.
Did you see Stella Gu looking so unlucky?
Oh my.
Just thinking about it makes me satisfying.
That wicked woman, she's really lucky. Even Brad Wong didn't get rid of her. And Ethan Yen actually took a liking to her. I wonder if he's blind or something.
Is that so? No worries. We'll deal with her later. Right now, the most important thing is that piece of redwood. We can't afford any more mistakes.
Kate, this is the latest collection from D brand. It's absolutely stunning. Of course.
I had to queue for 2 months to get it, and this bag, it's the new season's design. I had to buy a lot of other items to get it.
Let me see. I've been queuing for half a year, and still couldn't get it. How did you manage to get it?
I have a good relationship with the sales associate. I begged her for a long time, and she finally let me cut the line.
Isn't this the one from the designer collaboration collection? The price now could multiply several times.
Absolutely. My dad treats me really well. I got into trouble a few days ago, and my mom scolded me, but my dad defended me. He even gave me a card with 5 million on it. He told me to buy some clothes for today's party. Sis, can you help me check if this dress looks good?
This one? It's tacky and gaudy. I suggest you spend a few bucks on some fashion magazines instead. You look even more like a fish in that.
No way. Miss looks very fashionable in it.
Sister, how about you try this one?
This one suits you perfectly. It has a rustic charm.
Some people just can't get the grapes and say the grapes are sour. If you're so sophisticated, then show us something to open our eyes.
Miss Stella Gu is a lady from a prestigious family. She has seen countless good things. How could she possibly value these little trinkets of ours?
Kate, you're wasting money again. Your sister doesn't buy clothes often. Why don't you just give her a few?
Why should I? Does she even deserve it?
Stella, what do you think of this style? Your skin is fair. It would definitely look great on you.
Why give it to her? This one costs over 100,000.
You've bought so many clothes. What's the big deal about giving her a few?
It's early in the morning. Why are you arguing?
Dad, she wants to take my bag and clothes. I haven't even worn them yet.
Stella, how did you become a sister? Our Gu family doesn't lack food for you. And nor clothes for you. You don't know how to be grateful, but you even take Kate's things. She's your sister.
Just say less. Which girl doesn't like these things?
Even if you like them. You can't take someone else's stuff. Stella, don't say I treated you unfairly. This card has 200,000. Whatever you want to buy, you can go ahead and buy it.
Dad, so in your heart, I'm worth this much. I'm actually worth 200,000.
What do you have to be dissatisfied with? This 200,000 yuan should be enough for your expenses for a while. Besides, don't forget your Aunt Grace still gives you living expenses every month.
How come I didn't know I still have living expenses? This thing. For the past 10 plus years, I haven't had a single full meal. So this money, I can't accept it. You better take it back.
Ungrateful thing. Kate, take the money back.
If you don't want it, fine. But don't go around saying, Dad doesn't care about you.
From now on, don't expect to get a single penny from me. Miss Gu. Our young master asked me to deliver something to you.
Oh my god, Kate, who sent all these? It's simply outrageous.
Isn't this the exquisite Z bead from the How to auction some time ago? It's worth over 100 million. Which man is willing to spend so much to make her happy?
I don't know either.
Kate, are you dating someone?
There is someone pursuing me. His family background is quite good. But I didn't expect him to be so generous.
Still, Kate, you're really lucky. Uncle Gu used to spoil you, and now you have a boyfriend to pamper you.
You're really something. Such a good thing. Why didn't you say it earlier?
There's a girl in our family who's grown up. Good news, good news. Kate, when you have time, bring him home to meet us. Dad can help you. Check him out.
Sister, why don't you come and see? Are you still mad at your sister?
She's probably jealous. After all, she's dated so many times boyfriends, but no man is so willing to spend money on her.
Sister, some things are still listen to my advice. After all, a woman should respect and love herself. If she is flirtatious outside everywhere, men won't cherish her.
Miss Gu, if you're done admiring it, please put it back in its original place. After all, these treasures are friable, and they easily get fingerprints on them.
What did you say?
I said, please put it back where it belongs.
This is something that Lu Jiayuan gave me. What right do you have to boss me around here?
Sorry, we don't know the Mr. Liu you're talking about. These items are gifts from Mr. Yang to Stella Gu.
Mr. Yen, impossible.
There must be some mistake. There is no mistake. These are indeed gifts for Miss Gu.
Sorry to trouble you, Mr. Chen.
It's my duty.
I always thought, with Kate Gu's looks.
How could she find such a sucker? I just helped her curse Stella Gu. I wonder if she holds grudges.
Shut up.
That's more like it. I love how you hate me, but can't get rid of me.
You're really capable, sis.
But I can't take this for nothing. Mr. Chen, you should take these things back with you.
Mr. Yang told me to make sure this lady is happy. How am I supposed to report back now? Miss Gu. This is the transfer agreement for Tuanhong Jewelry. As long as you sign it, the largest jewelry store in Xinjiang will belong to you. Fortunately, we were prepared in advance. Miss Gu, you may not like Tianshu, but what Mr. Yang is giving you is a whole jewelry city. I don't believe any woman can resist that.
Mr. Yen really went all out.
With Xinjiang's largest jewelry company, and the top-tier jewelry inside, just want whatever Stella Gu you want.
Compared to this, Kate Gu, those few pieces of treasured jewelry would just become junk.
Please leave. I said I won't accept it, so I won't.
If Miss Gu doesn't like it, Mr. Yang also prepared something else.
Brother Chen, please tell him for me to not waste his efforts.
Mr. Gu, please help me persuade Miss Gu. I know these things are not to her taste. Stella. Since this is Mr. Yan's kind gesture, I think you should just accept it.
Dad, as a person, although I flirt around and am quite the playboy, I do have a heart that wants to turn over a new leaf. Ever since you said today that I was being improper, I made up my mind to definitely become a good girl.
But this good or bad can't be defined like this. Look at today, with so many people present. If you accept it openly, naturally no one will say anything about it.
How can that be? You gave me that huge sum of 200,000 today. I didn't even accept it. Such small things, I definitely wouldn't dare to accept, especially when it's from Ethan Yen, that scumbag.
Stella Gu. Are you out of your mind? If what you said reaches Mr. Yan's ears, oh, let's not even talk about what'll happen to you. Our Gu family will suffer greatly.
I'm telling you, if you dare leave anything here, I'll tell Ethan Yen that you tried to take advantage of me.
Fine, I'll take everything. What a mess.
What did you just say?
I told him that compared to someone like Ethan Yen, I prefer guys like Alan.
Are you crazy? Really crazy?
Alan is one of Mr. Yan's trusted men. Stella said doing this might bring trouble to our family.
Get out of my sight and reflect on your actions.
Oh dear, your temper as a father is getting worse. Stella still needs to take me to meet the scheduled rosewood dealer today.
Mom, the batch of goods from Stella is too expensive. If we buy it, there won't be much profit. Right now, I have a batch of goods. It can just make up for the shortage at home.
Really?
During this period, Grace, for this matter, she has run herself ragged, and Kate knows she was wrong.
Since that's the case, Grace should continue with her original work.
Grandma, since the goods are about to be stored, my sister doesn't need to go see them, right?
Grandma, but I already have an appointment, meeting at 10 a.m. tomorrow. What if we don't go?
Are you not understanding what I'm saying? Or do you think this old lady has lived too long, and want to take the chance to wear out my old bones and put me in the ground?
The price of that batch of goods is so high. What, do you really think our Gu family is a pushover? Grandma, my sister has such a bad temper today. She even offended Mr. Yan's people.
Really? Stella Gu, oh Stella Gu, did you eat a bear's heart and a leopard's gall? You even dared to show attitude to someone from the Yen family. You are truly something else.
Stella, at this moment, you can't be so willful. What if Mr. Yen gets upset? Our banquet today would be ruined.
This rebellious child not only pretends to be aloof, but she also openly disrespected Mr. Yen. I'm afraid because of this, we've offended Mr. Yen, and eventually, it might implicate our Gu family.
Hurry up and go out to kneel and reflect on your actions. No dinner for you today.
Did you hear that, sister? Why aren't you going yet?
Mr. Yang, the gift.
She didn't accept it.
No, Miss Gu returned everything.
She didn't say anything.
Miss Gu said she won't accept gifts from some random man with an unclear background. Mr. Yang, maybe I should just return these things.
No need. Just throw them all away.
Yes.
Hey, Mr. Chen.
What are you doing here? You must have noticed by now, Mr. Yang doesn't have you in his heart at all.
I just want to see Mr. Yen one more time.
Mr. Yang said he doesn't want to see you again. You tell me, will you leave on your own, or should I throw you out?
Hey, Miss Sue, please wait.
It's you.
What do you want? It's like this. Didn't I have some conflicts with Miss Gu before? You have a good relationship with her. Can you say a few good words for me? Ask her not to hold a grudge against me.
You're overthinking it. Stella doesn't have the time to be mad at you. You should hurry back. I still need to rush to the Goof family for the dinner party. What are you doing?
Miss Sue, please help me. Otherwise, Mr. Yen will never forgive me.
Fine, I'll plead for you.
Thank you, Miss Sue. Stella Gu, Laura Sue. Let's see how long you two can stay smug.
Oh, isn't this Miss Sue? What, you heard Stella Gu is being punished to kneel, and you came all the way here. Such sisterly love.
There will be a time when you can't laugh.
When you all fall flat one day, I will be even happier.
You are really kneeling here.
No pain, no gain. Kneeling here today. I'll make them beg me to get up.
Get up and kneel again when they come.
Laura. Do you still remember? This used to be my music room. Later, it was converted into a utility room by Grace Young and her daughter. Time sure flies.
Stella, I found out. Richard Young took a flight early yesterday morning. As soon as he landed, the locals dealt with him. He lost both money and life. They say it was Ethan Yen who did it.
He actually did a good deed.
Stella, you and him.
At such a happy moment, let's not mention him. Including the goods James Chen has. Plus the genuine goods we have. We can conservatively estimate a profit of over 3 billion. Today's kneeling of mine is worth it. That's just how I am, worldly, vulgar. If someone bullies me, I will definitely return it. The Goof family suffered heavy losses. No one is happier than me. Grace Young and her daughter got tricked. I want to applaud and celebrate even more. Mom, I've never been a good person. I can't be so magnanimous to forgive everything.
Stella, I understand you. But to achieve that step, your sacrifice is too great, and you don't even like Ethan Yen. Yet you plan to give yourself to him.
Sorry.
Mr. Yang, your room card.
Who are you? Seducing me? Stella Gu.
If I want to get revenge in a short time, I can only achieve it by using Ethan Yen. I've studied him for years. Every step he takes is within my plan.
Stella. I didn't expect to hear such explosive news, right off the bat.
Does that mean Ethan Yen has fallen for you?
Who knows?
Stella, you didn't fall in love with him, did you?
How could that be? No way.
Really?
I swear, if I'm lying, may I be struck by lightning.
I don't believe you. Based on what I know about you, your current attitude towards him is very unusual. You must be in love with him.
How could I possibly be in love with him?
Oh, come on. I just see that, when you're with him, you look very much like a couple.
What nonsense are you talking about? How could I possibly look like a couple with that weirdo?
Stella Gu, why are you blushing? Your skin is usually as thick as a city wall.
To get revenge in a short time, you can only do it by using Ethan Yen. I've been studying him for years. Every move he makes is within my plan.
Stella, don't tell me you've fallen for him.
How could that be?
No way.
Mr. Yen, I just think this woman, Stella Gu, is too scheming. I'm afraid she'll use you.
Get out.
Mr. Yen.
I won't say it again. Alan Chen. I heard there's a banquet at the Goose tonight, right?
Yes.
Shall I prepare the car? Let's go. Let's go meet this woman.
Wow, I didn't expect Mr. Yen to grace us with his presence today.
I heard there's some good drama at the Gu family today, so I came to check it out.
Madam, it's your turn to speak.
Thanks to everyone's help, our Gu family is not doomed. Our Grace is so capable that she helped our Gu family smoothly get through this difficult time.
I dare not take credit for this. It's all thanks to Madam's excellent guidance.
Well, no matter whose credit it is, the fact that the Gu family can get a share in the rosewood industry is the Gu family's capability. In the future, all of us will still need your care and support.
They say good things come to those who wait. The Jiyu family has gone through a lot. It might not be a bad thing.
Oh dear, Kate, have you seen your uncle?
His phone is off. I can't reach him at all.
Oh, please go look for him.
Madam, there's a problem with that batch of rosewood in the warehouse. Over 90% of it is red Meranti.
Red Meranti? How is this possible? Quickly, have someone check it thoroughly again. Go there yourself.
Madam, I've already had people check it twice. Such a large batch of rosewood was right there. Any skilled craftsman would immediately notice something was off.
How is this possible? Perfectly good rosewood. Somehow turned into red perwood. Stall them for me. Don't let the news get out yet.
Hello, the number you dialed is currently switched off.
That bastard. Where has he gone off to fool around? Send me the original contract. Mom, I need to go out for a bit.
So many people, where are you going?
It's about my brother, of course. He got delayed on the way. I have to go pick him up.
Another troublemaker. Go quickly and come back soon.
Something big happened, Mom.
You're all flustered.
What a disgrace. That batch of goods in our warehouse, it's not rosewood. Someone impersonated redwood with a red pear.
Impossible, this batch of goods was personally purchased by Grace. What's going on with the Gu family? Everyone seems so flustered.
Who knows? Something must have happened.
It would be great if something really did happen. I want to see if by then, Kate Gu will still be acting all high and mighty in front of us. Come here. What's the deal with that batch of goods?
I just found out about it. There is indeed an issue with that batch.
This batch is really red sandalwood.
Mom, it's my fault for not handling it well.
You've been in business for so long. How could you make such a rookie mistake?
Mom, someone must be targeting our Gu family. Give me some time. I will definitely make up for the losses.
Make up? How are you going to make up for it? You and that jinx Kate Gu have caused a loss of over 20 billion for our Gu family. How are you going to make up for that? This is getting interesting.
Where is Kate Jiyu? How could she not be here at such a crucial moment?
Mom, it's Stella Gu. She and Ethan Yan conspired against me. She also forced you to sign that contract.
Ethan, why are you here?
Nice performance. Aren't you tired?
Whether I'm tired or not, what's it to you?
Miss Shu. Mr. Yang has something to say to Miss Ji Yu.
This Ethan seems to have come with ill intentions. Be careful.
Laura, you go out first. Record the good show outside for me.
Rick, what's up with Ethan? He came in with a dark face, as if Stella owes him money.
Listen up.
From what I know about you, your attitude towards him now, that's very unusual. You are definitely in love with him.
How could I possibly be in love with him?
You two young ladies. Outsmarting yourselves with your cleverness. Mr. Yang hates it the most when others treat him like a fool. Sigh. Miss Shu, this is a private matter between Mr. Yang and Miss Ji Yu.
Stop crying. There's no need to pretend in front of me.
I always have to act really when I'm acting.
So, you were indeed acting with me.
How does Mr. Yen think I performed?
We are just evenly matched.
Since Mr. Yen thinks I performed well, Then you are welcome to invest in my next film. Let me play the role. I'll give you a discount.
No need, I'm afraid you'll mess it up, and I'll get blamed for it.
True. Definitely can't compare to Lucy Li or Zhao Qingya. They listen well and are easy to train.
Makes sense. At least they know who gives them the dog food. They don't bite. Alright. I've finished watching the play. The ending wasn't great. Do you have anything else to say?
Some things will be said when the time is right. But not now.
Stella, I'm sorry. I was tricked by Lucy Li.
Laura, everything we're doing is worth it now. You go ahead. I'll take care of the rest.
Alright, I'm leaving then.
Terminate Grace Yang from all her positions in the company. She is not allowed to step into the company again.
Mom, please give me one more chance. Mom, after all these years, even if I haven't achieved much, I've worked hard.
You and your daughter are not short of money. From now on, you will no longer receive living expenses from the Gu family.
All these years, I've been in the Gu family. Even if I haven't achieved much, I've worked hard. Mom, you can't destroy all my efforts just because of one mistake.
Dad.
Say one more word, and you'll be kicked out of the Gu family too.
Mom, the most urgent matter right now is what to do about the mahogany materials. If this gets out, I'm afraid.
Stella, yes, Stella has resources.
I think I just saw her. Is she still in the storeroom?
Stella is still kneeling. She must feel wronged. Since that's the case, I'll have to go myself.
Alright, right away. Hurry.
Oh Stella, my dear, why are you still kneeling? Come on.
Grandma, I know you care about me. But since Dad said I was wrong, then I must be wrong. Right or wrong, it doesn't matter. Just let me continue kneeling. Since I've made Dad angry, I'll keep kneeling until I die.
Stella, this time, it's Dad's fault. I shouldn't have punished you. And I shouldn't have treated you and Kate so unequally. I know it made you feel bad.
Is there anything else?
Don't think that just because you're with Ethan Yen, you can push your limits here. Can't you see the whole family is trying to coax you to get up? What more do you want?
He and I have already broken up.
You. My dear daughter, what do you want Dad to do? Didn't you see Grandma begging you?
Make Grace Young and Kate Gu kneel before me, and kowtow a few times right here.
What are you dreaming about? Do you really think our Gu family would do this just for that batch of rosewood?
Kneel down.
Grandma.
Stella is kneeling. Why can't you and her kneel? Kneel down.
Grace. Kneel down. You kneel down for me.
Mom, get up. Why should we kneel to this wicked woman?
You really have some backbone, huh?
John, what are you waiting for? Do you want to anger me to death?
Kate, just listen to Grandma.
Dad.
Apologize to my sister.
Let go of me, Dad, let go of me. You old hag, why should I kneel to her? Just for those few batches of rosewood? Do I have to kneel for that? Why don't you just die?
Let me tell you something. Who's in charge of this family today? Hit her hard for me.
If I tell you to kneel, you kneel. Do you want our whole family to die with you?
Dad, you're all being manipulated by this wicked woman.
Starting today, you two are punished to kneel here for 3 days. No food allowed. Stella, get up, let's go.
Hey, Grandma, slow down.
Stella. Can we reschedule with that rosewood merchant?
Grandma, that merchant's asking price is too high. It's hard to negotiate.
Grandma believes in your ability. You can definitely get it done. Our order is already been signed. 52 we can't do without that redwood. Once it's done, Grandma will give your mom back to you.
Okay.
Miss Sue, have you finished reading it? If you're done, we can sign the contract, right?
No rush. After all, this is 100,000 tons of redwood. I have to read it carefully.
Then take your time, Miss Sue. Mrs. Gu is generous.
Uncle, this price seems a bit low.
How could that be? We're quoting the market price.
Market price? Uncle, you're taking advantage of me. Have you forgotten the impressive move Mrs. Gu made a few days ago? The price of redwood has skyrocketed since then.
Then Miss Sue, name your price.
How about this? I give the old lady a discount. 18 billion.
That's way too expensive.
So you're here to cause trouble on purpose, right?
If Uncle Gu thinks it's too high, you can take another look. To be honest, if it weren't for Stella's sake, I would have sold this batch of redwood to someone else a long time ago.
This brat must have conspired with Stella to mess with us on purpose.
Obviously. To secure this contract, we have to sell 2 companies under the Gu family.
Sell 2 companies? Oh my god, what's the point of entering the furniture market at all?
When something goes wrong, look at yourself first. If you treated Stella better usually, would she have set you up?
But I haven't seen you treat her that well either.
Stella, you should have seen your grandma's expression at that moment. She was livid.
Don't worry, just ignore them for a few more days. Then we can make them pay.
Isn't that Ethan Yen? Why is he with that bitch again?
A serving of cream of mushroom soup, a sirloin steak, and a Boston lobster.
Miss Gu, Mr. Yen doesn't like lobster and steak.
Miss Lee, today, it's Ethan Yen treating me to dinner. Naturally, I order whatever I want to eat. Let Miss Lee order when he invites you alone. It's rare. Mr. Yen has changed his taste. I remember someone said before, he didn't like steak.
Tired of other foods. Sometimes I need to try something new.
Stubborn.
I should say thanks to Miss Gu. If it weren't for you, Mr. Yen might still not know what flavor he prefers.
Oh, come on, you green tea bitch. You're full of bad intentions. I feel sick just looking at you. Ethan, my conversation with Stella was deliberately edited by her. Don't be fooled.
All right, Laura. Enough. What kind of person I am? I don't need their judgment.
Stella, what's the point of you two doing this? Can you just talk it out?
Fine. Miss Gu's intentions are clear to me now. What do I want? She should understand too. Lucy, let's go.
Stella, are you just going to let that bitch bully you like this? You clearly know that as long as you tell him you love him, he'll come back to you. Isn't that what Ethan Yen wants to hear?
All right, stop it, Laura. You know, that saying those words is the hardest thing for me. After all, I was the one who schemed against him first. I feel guilty towards him.
I really don't get it. You both clearly love each other so much, yet you're both so stubborn.
Let's not talk about this anymore. We have more important things to do.
Completely put an end to Kate Boo and her daughter.
Mom, how long do we have to kneel?
I just hope your dad can find a new mahogany supplier. If the deal goes through, your dad will plead for us.
Isn't that just wishful thinking? My dad is just a useless man. Mom, if we keep kneeling like this, our legs will be ruined. That wicked woman, she will be so pleased. And if we keep kneeling like this, when will it ever end?
Hello. How is it going?
Madam, I checked it out. Richard Yang's house and company were mortgaged and sold half a month ago. I also checked his information. He bought a ticket to the US not long ago. They should have arrived by now.
What did you say?
All of Richard Yang's industry have been sold, and that James Chen. I found his transfer records. He gave Richard Yang a full 5 billion.
What? No way.
What happened to Mom? Say something.
Your bastard uncle. He took 5 billion from James Chen. He sold us out.
I told you. He owed several $100 million at the casino a few days ago. I told you. You just wouldn't listen.
What's the point of saying this now? This is all too coincidental.
What do you mean, Mom?
It's a trap set by that wicked woman.
Mom, what should we do now?
Grace Young is somewhat smarter. But, what's the use of understanding it all now? It's already a done deal, unable to turn around a hopeless situation. I want you all to pay for your past actions.
I can't watch her act so arrogantly. Think of a solution quickly.
We need to prove our innocence. Only by pinning these charges on her. Then we can turn the tables.
Aunt Grace, are you looking for me?
Stella Goo. This was all your trap, wasn't it? First, you framed my brother. Then, it was Rick Shang. And finally me.
So what if it was?
The Goo family hasn't treated you badly. What good does this do for you?
Aunt Grace, how have you treated me all these years? How has the Goof family treated me? I think you know better than I do. I want you all to be forsaken by everyone, to have nothing left. I want everything you've done over the years to come to nothing.
Stella Goo, aren't you afraid of retribution?
What am I afraid of? At worst, we'll go to hell together.
Is there any problem with the recording? Go check if it was recorded.
Mom, don't worry. I've already talked to the security. This time we have video evidence. We can testify against her in front of the old lady.
Stella Goo, that wicked woman. She's young and impatient after all. I want to see how she defends herself.
Stella, have some fruit.
Thank you, Grandma.
Mom, I know Kate and I made a big mistake. But she was framed. No matter how cautious we are. Never thought. The one who framed our family was right beside us.
What are you talking about?
Mom, it's Stella Goo. She planned everything. She admitted it herself in the storage room yesterday. She set up Richard Yang at the casino, then bribed James Chen to sell us fake redwood.
Yes, Grandma, we have evidence.
Stella, is what Aunt Grace said true?
Dad, Aunt Grace said I set up a scheme at the casino. I just want to ask, how could I have such great ability to win every single time I gamble? Besides, how could I possibly instigate Richard Yang? Moreover, from signing the contract to inspecting the goods, Aunt Grace was involved the entire time. How could I have sabotaged anything? Aunt Grace is slandering me like this. I can't help but suspect that you and your sister are conspiring to transfer the assets.
Stella Goo, you're spouting nonsense.
Grace Yang still isn't telling the truth.
Grace. Just tell the truth.
John, you don't believe me either.
You said this matter was all planned by Stella. Do you think that's possible? Does she have that capability?
Yes. There's surveillance.
Surveillance in the storage room. It recorded everything. We have video evidence.
Here, I want to see what kind of video can make you so confident in slandering me.
Still being stubborn, huh? Grandma, look at the surveillance.
I just want to say, sis, but Mrs. Goo is really old, and she's still holding onto the family property. Just give her some medicine, send her off to the afterlife. As soon as she kicks the bucket, this huge Goo family will be under your control, right?
Is there really such a drug?
Oh, I was wondering what kind of video this was. Turns out it's your own dirt.
Look, isn't this you and Richard Yang?
How can this be? This was clearly last year.
Grace Yang, you really have a wolf's ambition. How dare you plot against me?
I don't know why either. This is clearly the storage room surveillance. Stella Goo. It's you? It's all you?
Enough. John Goo, from today onwards, you will take people, and watch her every step. She is not allowed to step out of the room. Every single move she makes, you have to report to me.
Grace, stop it. Go, hurry up.
Stella Goo, you ruined me.
You also need to reflect in your own room. Your mother is out of her mind. You are not allowed to see her again.
Stella Goo, it's all your fault. I won't let you get away with this.
Still dare to talk back. Stella, slap her.
Ah.
Grandma, is that enough?
This wicked woman.
What, are you still pleading for her?
Oh, my hand is getting tired.
Didn't you eat dinner tonight? Hit her hard for me. Stella, these mother and daughter have already been taught a lesson. As for Laura Sue, you still need to make some concessions for me. Our Goo family can't do without that batch of redwood.
Grandma, my friend might ask for a high price. It's not easy to negotiate.
Grandma believes in your ability. As long as it doesn't bankrupt the Goo family. After the deed is done, Grandma will bring your mother back and give her to you.
It's a deal. Laura, it's time to take action. Sell that batch of goods we have to the Goo family.
Stella.
It's so late. Mr. Goo, what brings you here?
What does this matter have to do with you?
I remember back then, Kate Goo took the contract from your room, I said it wasn't me, you didn't believe me. Grace Young stole the old lady's jewelry. I also said it wasn't me, you didn't believe me either. So what's the point of asking me like this?
I don't mean to doubt you. It's just that last time, I felt there was a bit of a misunderstanding between us. So I wanted to apologize to you.
Mr. Gu, I don't forgive you.
I was also thinking of you, hoping you would have a better life in the future.
So are you trying to compensate me? Unfortunately, some damages, once done, cannot be undone. Delayed affection is cheaper than grass.
You should go back.
Mr. Yen, it's so late. Where do you want me to go? I can stay here with you.
I don't need it.
All right, Mr. Yen. If you want, you can think of me as Miss Gu. I can do whatever she can do.
The thing she has, you won't learn in this lifetime.
I understand, Mr. Yen, I'll try my best. You should rest early. I'll leave now.
Tomorrow at 8 in the morning, remember to report to me on time.
Hey Stella, I did it. I managed to bring the price up to 20 billion. Your grandma was so angry she almost ground her teeth to dust. But she still signed the contract.
That's great.
What's wrong with you?
I have completed the revenge. I was so excited I couldn't sleep all night.
Look at those big dark circles under your eyes. You must be thinking about Ethan Yin.
No, I'm not. The Gu family won't recover from this for at least 10 years. I guess they won't bounce back anytime soon. I can finally leave this place.
It's good enough that they haven't gone bankrupt, but I don't think that's enough.
Laura, you go back to the company and make some arrangements first. If I don't give you a message, don't ship anything to Mrs. Gu. I'll go get my mother from the old lady first.
Okay, be careful, they might go back on their word.
Is Mom comfortable? Comfortable, Mom. As long as we save the company, we can still earn the money back. You must take care of your health.
Don't worry, I've seen all kinds of storms. I plan to live a long life, to help my useless son build another business, so that when you get old, you won't be out on the streets.
Oh Mom, don't keep calling me useless. Actually, I do have some abilities. You have abilities. It's not that I look down on you.
You still have Grace Young. The three of you together are no match for Stella. If you want to establish yourself in Shijiang, you still need to take good care of Stella.
Grandma, you're exaggerating. In Mr. Gu's eyes, I'm just a promiscuous, ungrateful scoundrel.
Stella, have you really reflected on yourself?
Stella, according to our agreement, I should return your mother to you.
Thank you, Grandma, for keeping the agreement.
But I have one request.
I knew it. The Gu family is never that simple.
I'm begging you. I'm not trying to make things difficult for you. Your dad and the other two, they did a lot of things to wrong you in the past. But you and Miss Su made a lot of money from them. Their debts are all paid off now. So from now on, the Gu family's matters will still need you to handle.
Grandma. Look at what you're saying. Are they the only ones who have wronged me?
Are you saying, I have wronged you too?
You didn't just sorry to me. You never considered me a member of the Gu family. In your eyes, I'm just a commodity that can be traded for benefits at any time.
Stella Gu. I was kindly advising you, but you bit LV Dongbin with a dog and don't know good people's hearts. Forget it, just leave. The Gu family sets you free.
Of course I will leave, and I will take my mother with me, and leave the Gu family with dignity.
Wishful thinking. That Shin Qingwan is the Gu family's lawfully wedded wife. Do you think you can just take her away?
Grandma spoke about selfishness. It has to be you. I don't think anyone in the Gu family can compare to you. You're so quick to turn the other cheek.
So what if I'm selfish?
Mrs. Gu, don't forget, the batch of rosewood you want is still in my hands. If I delay the delivery by a month, can the Gu family still hold on? You won't go bankrupt next week?
You.
Oh my god. How did I give birth to such a venomous daughter like you?
Stop. This sinister and venomous trait of your Gu family, I haven't picked up any of it. We exchange people for goods simultaneously.
Forget it. I'll give you your mother's address. You can take her away, but I have one more favor to ask. From now on, please don't go against the Gu family. Consider it an old lady's plea, okay?
Oh, Grandma, you're giving in already? I actually like you better when you're stubborn and unyielding.
Stella, even the Gu family is afraid of you. Okay, please just let us go, alright?
Alright, since that's the case, I'll take my mother and leave. I won't take anything from the Goof family. Everything will stay in the house. Oh, by the way, besides those tens of billions in assets. Bye!
You wretch, you wretch.
Oh my, things have come to this. Do you think we should release Kate and Grace first?
You scoundrel, do you think I haven't suffered enough?
Mom, why are you hitting people?
Mr. G,
Miss Sue, what can I do for you?
I invited you here because I need your help with something. Lucy Lee recorded my conversation with Stella. I want to ask you to help me steal the original file. This person must have a backup.
Steal. I, the great Mr. G, with connections everywhere, you came to me just to have me steal something.
Brother, please help me.
Please spare me, that trick doesn't work on me.
So, are you going to steal it or not?
Steal, why not?
Deal.
You little devil.
Then what are you?
A demon catcher.
Where are you taking me?
My house.
This is strange. There's this folder on the computer, but the file is missing. Was it deleted?
How could that be? Such an important file. Lucy wouldn't be that stupid, right? Oh dear. If we can't get this file, Stella and Ethan are going to keep bickering for how long?
What are they bickering about?
It's just someone who first admits to liking the other person.
Haha, are you kidding me? Are they kids, arguing over this?
Yeah, well, they are both so prideful. Dignity is more important to them than anything else.
What nonsense are you talking about? How could I possibly look like a couple with this weirdo?
Stella Goo, why are you blushing? Your skin is thicker than a city wall.
Stella Goo, don't you get it? I came over today and have already disarmed all my defenses.
What do you mean?
I fell in love with you, little weirdo.
Who are you calling a little weirdo? Wait a minute, what did you say?
I fell in love with you.
Stop, stop. How can you say something like that, in front of this person? Aren't you disgusted?
I don't think so. I pretend she doesn't exist. To me, she's not even a person.
You all.
What are you looking at? Are you still here waiting to drink our wedding banquet? Get lost already.
Lunatics. Both of you are lunatics. And you're a pervert.
What's going on, Stella?
Yes, Laura. As you can see, I'm getting married. Congratulate me quickly.
You're getting married? With him?
Sigh. I never said I was getting married.
Hey, not getting married? Are you planning to be a rogue?
You are not worthy of him at all.
Who is worthy of me? This kind of thing is not for you to comment on.
Mr. Yin.
Miss Lee, your ability to talk nonsense is really getting better and better.
Mr. Yin, I didn't mean it.
We meet again.
Yes, we meet again.
Today, don't you have anything to say to me?
Not at the moment.
Is it that hard for you to say that sentence?
Since Mr. Yin thinks it's important, why don't you say it first?
Mr. Yin, if you finds her an eyesore, let's go somewhere else.
Mr. Yin. I'm not like you. I grew up enduring the torment of the Goof family from a young age. I had to arm myself. Strong, selfish. Doubting everything. So you better not waste your efforts on me.
Stella Goo. You're just a plaything for Mr. Yin. Why are you pretending to be so pure?
I'm a plaything, right? Then what are you? Are you the tool he used to make toys angry?
Everyone, shut up.
Mr. Yin.
Oh my, I just saw that when you were with him. You two really look like a couple.
What nonsense are you talking about? How could I possibly look like a couple with this pervert? Hey, you aren't planned to get married? Are you going to be a rogue?
Exactly. It's rare for our Stella to like someone. If you dare to bully her, I'll fight you to the end.
Hey, I'm going to marry him, not become his enemy. So why are you making things difficult for him?
Exactly. In the whole of Shijiang, there's only one person who can threaten me. And that's Stella Goo.
I still prefer your rebellious and unruly appearance. It makes you look especially cool. Keep it up.
So, are we good now?
Not at the moment. Just thinking about what you did to me before makes me angry. Today, if you don't kowtow to me 3 times, I will never forgive you.
Really? Your but wants to blossom again.
You are so shameless, the whole world is invincible.
Get ready, I'll take you to eat.
I need to go back and take a shower and change clothes.
I'm not sleeping with you, why bother?
I'm covered in dust right now. If you, Mr. Yen, don't mind, it really can be done.
There's a guest room upstairs.
Oh. I'm still here. What kind of car are you driving?
Then why don't you hurry up and leave?
You really prioritize romance over friendship. I'm leaving.
Do you want me to help you wash?
Who needs your help to wash? You beast in gentleman's clothing. You're awake.
Yeah.
Hurry up and make me breakfast. You kept me up all night. My back hurts. Feels like I got run over by a truck.
You still haven't said, do you love me or not?
You really want to know that much?
Of course I do.
Although you are very annoying, you genuinely gave me warmth and help. These are all things that have truly existed, and are the most coveted things I have never had in my life.
You clever little thing.
So do you still need to ask?
I won't ask anymore. Since you went through so much trouble to seduce me, if I hadn't cooperated with you, it would waste all your efforts.
Hey! You were the one with designs on me first.
I'm not interested in bean sprouts.
Who are you calling a bean sprout? Ethan, go get your eyes checked. From today on, I will never have anything to do with you again. Some people question my character, but those who question my face and figure, you're so dead.
It's too late to regret now. Don't think I'll let you off that easily.
Then never let me off for the rest of your life.
Fine. Let's calculate the general ledger.